But it was great memories this morning, Lady Jackson, who was in heading down road Atlantic Drive. It was fantastic memories, but I didn't think I enjoyed that so much. But it's probably the Donegal, it's the Donegal people. I adore here, I love part of the
Bertie Fisher and Oscar McHale, the top men. But the Donegal men showed them how to go, didn't you? Well, Vincent was the first now in fairness to him, so we set the pinnacle for us and we had to go and step up to the mark. And there's been a lot of great guys have done it after me, so I think it's one of the sports, for some reason or other, Donegal drivers excel in. They're the best in the country and have been for 30, 40 years, and we still are today. So, if we could get an All-Ireland rally team now, we've been business.
Oh, you should have known well getting that with the calibre of stuff that's out there. It was a great honour, I suppose, on your time to James to win the Donegal rally, because it's no mean feat, 3-day rally, the only 3-day rally now in Ireland. It was no mean feat to win, especially your own county as well. It must have been a real pleasure to win it.
It's fantastic. We were brought up with the rally. We used to walk down to the Claremont to watch it as a young lad, so you lived the dream. We got a chance to take part on it, and I remember the first one with Rory heading to Fanad on Friday evening, the first rally in the Avengers. We thought it doesn't get any better than this, And then, of course, when you do that bit, then you want to win it, and so on and so forth. But it's even to the Ramelton sprint and things like that. Sure, it's mega. It's what rallying's paid for, isn't it?
Well, I mind seeing the video too, sorry to cut you off there, but we seen the video. You come around O'Shaughnessy's bar, it was Mary McLaughlin's bar at that time, but I mind the Pink Sierra. She never straightened till she got around the tank. She came up sideways, the whole way up Castle Street sideways, and around the square, and she was still sideways the whole way till you swung her around the other way. And we're in great form. We're leading the rally coming in here on Saturday night, and you're going into Ramelton, and it doesn't get any better than that, really, does it? And the crowds, the atmosphere, so you get caught up in the whole thing, sure, and we're all boys at heart, aren't we? You still are. Jesus, don't be saying that. Once again, folks, Mr. James Collin, would you give him a massive round of applause?
Mr. Jimmy McRae, folks, will you give him a big round of applause? Jesus, Jimmy, you haven't aged at all, sir.
I'll tell you something, I'm really disappointed in you.
And me?
You said all the fast men, all the fast Irish drivers, all the fast drivers of Ireland, and I wasn't mentioned.
But didn't they not go and let you win it once? They did feel bad. They said, well, let McRae won this year, boys.
I was against the local man, John Lyons, then, so I could only do it once. You're not allowed to do it any more than once.
But Jimmy, it's like anything, you were up against the best as well when you come to Donegal. It was a great rally.
Oh yeah, no, fantastic, and I still come and do Donegal with the historic cars and still love it. The atmosphere and all you people that love rallying, it's fantastic.
Well, I would say to you, like the rest of them, you got to still hold your own. You got no bother if you got into that car at the start of the ramp on a Friday in Letterkenny. You would hold your own yet, I would think, Jimmy.
Well, I started late in rallying. I didn't start rallying until I was 31, so I could keep going until about maybe 81.
That was about 10 years ago. But it's a real honour for us, Jimmy, to have you here in Ramelton, and thanks Rory and all the boys for organising this event. There's no mean feat to other to organise such a scale. Great.
I mean, when you see 160 cars here, it's unbelievable. You just don't think that could happen, and it's good that the people of Donegal, the local people, the farmers, and that they allow it. Back in Scotland, you would never get away with this.
But Jesus, you're not through yet. Don't say that. We get you through the other side first.
But Jimmy, once again, it's a pleasure to have you here. I know you only won it once, but to win the Circuit Ireland 7 times, that's some achievement.
Well, I must have been through here 7 times as well if I won the Circuit of Ireland, so there you are.
But the boys did. I was speaking to them last night in Balbafay, and they said we did let McRae win it once.
That's right. Is that right? Is it? Aye. Okay.
I don't know if it's true or not, Jimmy.
How do you spell bullshit?
You better ask the driver.
Back in '81, I think we finished second. Then after that, I was more involved in Europe, so if I kept coming back to Donegal, I'd have won it more than anybody else.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But Jimmy, it's a real pleasure to have you here in Ramelton, and thanks for coming along. What about it, folks? Let's give them a massive round of applause.
The next man too, he's not a Donegal man, but he's not a stone throw from it either. So he's not. He won the rally 3 times. So he's a bit shy to the mic as well. Would you give him a massive round of applause too, folks? He's a legend in Donegal. Eugene Donnelly. Eugene, it's good to have you here.
I'm disappointed in you as well there. You said rally drivers are all mad. There's only one mad rally driver, and that's Andrew Nesbitt.
Well, it shows it. Andrew won it 5 times, was it? Was it 6? Jeez, well, that shows you how mad he was.
See how quick he was to correct you there as well. Like, you know, there's not much wrong with flipping hearing, is there?
But usually back in the day too, it was great when you were at the top of your game and you had a good car and everything was going good, and you showed the boys how to do it in Donegal as well.
Well, I mean, the rally has gone through lots of different phases, you know, and as already been mentioned, the 60s, 70s and the 80s, and when I come at it, the world cars were getting so fast, and Andrew Nesbitt was the man to beat, there's no doubt about it, and I tried to win the rally 2 or 3 times and he stopped me from doing it. And the first time I did win it, he nearly tried to stop me as well from doing it, but that's another story. We'll maybe bring that up at the bar tonight. But yeah, no, great years and a fantastic time, and even when Sebastian Loeb came here to win the rally in 2007, just to be a part of that era was something unbelievable, and it's 10 years now really since that, and it's moved on again, but it's just been a rally that's held its place in Irish motorsport, and maybe more so even in European motorsport, because anywhere you go all over Europe they always talk about Donegal Rally, and the young fellas that are coming on now, they all want to win this rally. There's no two ways about it, they just want to win the rally, and I don't know, is it the stages, is it the people, is it the atmosphere? I don't know what it is, but it's just an electrifying place to come.
Well, when I was growing up now, Donegal was always the special rally. We used to go to Galway in different rallies, but Donegal was always, even speaking to the competitors back then, Donegal was the number one. When the stages the likes of Atlantic Drive and Knockalla, but I'll go back to what I said to the boys, Ramelton was always a spectator stage. The drivers loved Ramelton, and the crowds were thousands of people. When you look at the old videos, there was thousands of people around it. And it's great to see when you're in a car. I suppose I was never in a rally car to know, but I would say the great buzz when you see the like of that.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, when you're in the car and the crowd is cheering you on, you know, it does give you that bit of an edge. But it's funny how the years, our generation and our time at this rally, the crowds were starting to get more controlled and the cars were getting faster, and you know, they cut out the town stages, so that was disappointing. And just like yourself, I remember as a kid coming here to watch the rally and never ever believed that I could compete in the rally or even let alone win it. But you're dead right, the atmosphere back then was unbelievable, and it's a bit like this here today. Everybody's jammed in. I don't know what they're listening to us for, but you know, there's just a real electric atmosphere.
We like listening to bullshit.
Well, you certainly can talk it anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eugene Donnelly, let's give him a big round of applause. Right, our next gentleman, he's still sideways every Donegal rally, he's still into his rallies, and a damn good one he is as well. Mr. Gary Jennings, folks, give him a big round of applause. Gary, you're very welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you, it's a privilege to be here among all these old people.
Don't say that. Them boys could still hold their own. I won't say yet, Gary, with the likes of your sales of the Subarus and that's going today.
Yeah, well, some of them, you know, Andy Nesbitt and Eugene Donnelly, you know, I think that's why this whole thing's based in Ballyface, close to the train station. They have the bus passes now, so.
But Gary, you did one or 2 times. You showed them how to do it 2 times, and I suppose you couldn't have done another without the navigator was on beside you, Mr. Rory Kennedy. He's a legend, a navigator. There's no navigator like him. He's a real legend when you speak about rallying. But for Rory to win it along with yourself, he said it was a real honour to sit with you the twice that you won it, Gary.
Yeah, without a doubt. Rory's more than a navigator. He's a friend. You know, he's like a father figure, like a brother to me. I think he knows more about me than my father knows, so it's great. You know, it's just not just sitting in the car, it's preparation for months before, getting everything organised. It's great to have him, and I wouldn't be rally only for that, man.
And you're still enjoying it, Donegal, ever since the first day you done it, you're still...
Yeah, without a doubt. I think it's all about the Donegal experience. When you get the bug, you know, you keep coming back, and it's hard to know when you step away and say enough's enough. But no, definitely think there's another couple of years in us yet.
Well, Jesus, don't be going nowhere yet for a couple of years, because we all the crowd is the same that like seeing you sideways. You definitely are an entertainer on the road, and I think next year's going to be your year again.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's been a very tough year for us. You know, I must say that we're thinking about the Kelly family today and also the Crossan family, but it's been a tough year. You know, we'll have to get over it. We'll have to get over the other side, and hopefully the new year look brighter. We'll get our heads back down again. But it's been a tough year for us. But yeah, we're looking forward to next year.
It's a real honour as well to have you here, Gary. Thanks very much for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you at the start of the ramp come June again in Letterkenny. All right, that's right. This next man definitely needs no introduction, folks. He's won the Donegal 6 times. No mean feat, that's some achievement. The legend, Mr. Andrew Nesbitt, folks. Here he comes. Andrew, you're very, very welcome back to Ramelton again.
Yes, it's great to be back out here today. You know what, Gary could really go quicker if he got that haircut, couldn't he? You know, he was saying about the old guys over the way. I came out of retirement in 2006 and I was 46. And I'm coming out of retirement next year, Gary. I'll be 60. And I want to see how quick you are over Knockalla, because I will be on your bumper.
Well, I would have no doubt that way you would still hold your own, that's for sure. Aye, some achievement. They won the Donegal International Rally 6 times.
Look, guys, it's an amazing rally, and the camaraderie and the people in Donegal are special. Everyone is special. And over the years, you know, we've had great races. And I've been over the hedges many times as I've won it, I can tell you, because my son was telling me my stats are not very good. He says, "Dad, how many times have you been on the podium?" I says, "I must have been there 10 or 12 times. He says, "No, 6 plus 1. "What about the other ones?" He says, "You're over the hedge." He says, "So what does that tell you? You win it or win it." But anyway, it's Donegal special, and all of the years, you know, from 96 through to 98, 2000, 2002, 3, 5 and 6, or 4 and 6, whichever it was. They were great years. It got faster and faster, but you know what? The people in Donegal make it special. And there's a few people I would like to say thank you to. Without rallying, without competitors, the likes of Eugene here, he was talking about the old guy again here. He's getting married now in about 2 weeks' time. So give him a big round of applause.
I am pretty young fella now, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, your woman's brave and young looking too. She's at least 15 years on you, younger.
Keep training them.
It's not rally cars, Eugene. But anyway, yeah, so all of the years have been fantastic, and you know, without the marshals and everyone that runs these great rallies, particularly Donegal, I remember going out one night with young McGettigan here behind me, Seamus, and he says, "Andrew, you've won the rally, or you go up to the pub on Monday night at 3 o'clock. I says, "That's in the evening." He says, "That's when it's starting." So we were there on the Monday right through to 5 o'clock the next morning. That was Tuesday. I says, "Right, we need to go home to bed." He says, "No, we're going out the road at 5 o'clock. And we stayed there to 5 o'clock the next morning. So Wednesday came, and Seamus says to me, "We've one more job for you to do, Des." "But what is it, Seamus?" "Whatever I have to do, I'll do it." He says, "Would you go home to hell?" Because they're trying to put me down, and there was no putting me down. Well, it was great fun, and that's the camaraderie that's here, and for all of the years, win, lose or draw, there's always a party in Donegal. And you know, we've had a very sad occasion this year, and the man is not here to speak about it, but he won it 3 times. That's Manny. Give him a round of applause, please. 3 times, and that is so mean feat to do that in a row. And so I want to say thank you to everyone for that. But you know what, on a serious note, the boys are talking about next year, 2020. It's going to be a big year. And we're going to get some of these old guys out. Like, I hope Eugene Donnelly comes back out again. I know you're a little bit chicken looking there, but come on, here we go. And young Jennings and a few of the lads there. But there's a few people here, like Austin McHale, John Lyons, Cathal Curley. All these guys have been great mentors to the likes of myself and other guys. Sorry, I hear the clock ticking over here on my left, and I will go right now. But I want to thank all of those who are not here and those who are here for helping us through our rally career, through the tough times in motorsport. When we had trouble getting insurance, we had to get back out again. I want to say thank you to everyone here, and we're all here for a good reason. We're all a family. So thank you for being here, and I look forward to tonight with every one of you. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, folks, Mr. Andrew Nesbitt, let's give him a massive round of applause. We're going to get Austin McKeel here. We're waiting on Austin just to come. While we're waiting on Austin, folks, we're going to call the legend rally navigator, Mr. Rory Kennedy. Rory was the first man. I was standing singing one night and he says, Jesus McKell, he says, you're the man I need to chat to, so we're going to run a Déjà Vu rally. And once I mentioned to the festival crowd, they were absolutely delighted to take it on. But Rory, you won it 4 times, I think it was.
I was very lucky to win it 4 times, Paul. 3 times to the late, great, legendary Bertie Fisher, and you know, times I guess you think back on them days and how great they were. And then I was very fortunate to win it with Gary back in 2015, and I've come close once or twice since. But fantastic rally, fantastic people when you see the turnout here, and you know, it's a great event, and motorsport sort of brings a lot of people together. So we're delighted as organisers of this. That's been so well supported, and fair play to the people who are out as well.
Thanks very much. As you know yourself, the speed is probably getting speedier every year, Rory. You need to be at your game as well. I know Gary picked in the hedge a few times, but I think next year you'll do a lot better. But it must have been a great achievement too, and a great feeling to know that you won the Donegal, your own county, 4 times, sitting on in our rally car.
Well, of course, in your home rally, it's very important, or very special to win it 4 times. But I have one of the best drivers currently that's out there. He's a fan's favourite. He's one of the most exciting drivers, and like you say, you never see him coming unless he's full of the road or full sideways. So that's the attraction that Gary brings to the rallies.
That's absolutely great to have you here. Thanks very, very much, Rory, for we're waiting on Austin McKeel to come here. Have any more past winners there that... This next man, you're very welcome to Ramelton. I think he said, where did you tell me he's from? Belgium?
Yes.
Patrick Snyers, folks, give him a big round of applause. He has never competed in Donegal, but he's going to come back this year, now in 2020, and compete in Donegal. He says, you're very welcome to Donegal. You got a taste of it today, you might come back to us.
It's a pity I was never here before, because it looks fantastic, all the stages, and maybe I have to make an entry next year with my Porsche.
Never too late, you're never too late, don't we? When you hear Nesbitt said he's coming back to do it, you're more than welcome to join him. But you were down around Atlantic Drive this morning in Knockalla, classic stages.
And like I said, it's beautiful stages. I never saw such beautiful stages in my life, actually. I did Manx Rally. It's a little bit similar, but this is much more fun, I think.
Well, the people here is more fun as well. They're more taken to you. Mr. McKeel, give him a big round of applause. We were watching an out video last night of Austin McKeel. And McKeel's won on this, and McKeel's won, and the next thing we heard, Coleman's catching him. And that effort, Coleman beat you by 1 second with the last stage being cancelled.
Oh yeah, that was one of them years. I think I have the record in Donegal for runner-up spots, but sure, that's the way it went. And yeah, Billy won that year, and then got back into one. The first one in 1990, and obviously with Vincent and Seamus in '83. You know, it was another battle, but sure, that's the way it goes.
Well, the Black Manta was a legend at that time. You used to see her coming sideways and he's shouting, McKeel's on his way. But Donegal as well was the top rally, Austin, at that time.
Yeah, it was always, Donegal was always my number 1 thing, the truth, and I had good results in Galway and Killarney as well, you know, but I really liked Donegal. It was always a 3-day event, and the people were always very friendly and welcoming in Donegal, so you know, it was very good.
You can tell us that after the day again, we get you around the stage first. But it was always great to come to Donegal. You know you're going to meet so many great people, and the driving, you had to be at top of your game to do any well good in Donegal.
I think any of the Irish rounds in the Tarmac Championship over them years, you had to really top of your game. You had a good car, and especially you had Bertie around and people like that, you know, Vincent, James Cullen, you know, so they're all top competitors really at the end of the day.
Of course, we have to remember Bertie Fisher as well. I think Bertie won it 3 times as well. He was some driver as well, and you had a lot of good battles with Bertie.
Yeah, we have great years, and we had maybe 10 or 12 years, you know, like he'd win one, I'd win the next, and he'd win the next, or whatever, you know, so, but that's the way it went, you know, a really good competitor from Donegal to Camaraderie, to the circuit, to Waterford, to wherever, you know, just non-stop.
And then it was well good of you to let McRae won it 1 year, fair play to you.
I wasn't there that year.
That's why you won it, Jimmy, that's why. That's why you did. Let him won it, but did you ever do the Ramelton Stage, Austin? You did?
Deja and the RS 2000, I think, was the last time we did the Ramelton Stage, yeah.
Classic stage.
Would it have been the early 80s? Yeah, I think maybe 81 or 82. Yeah, classic stage, yeah.
Great stage. We used to have a great stage for the drivers when you used to hear the drivers saying Ramelton. When you speak to the other older drivers, you'd say Ramelton was a great stage to drive on.
Oh yeah, fantastic, you know, it's a town stage and there's very few of them, you know, and Letterkenny was good as well, used to be always the last stage. But obviously with the regulations and the health and safety and all that, now at the moment you can't run them anymore, you know.
Well, we did look about getting the Ramelton Stage back again, folks, the sprint that used to be on Ramelton years ago, but we were just turned down when we did look. We would love to have it back again, and the likes of yourself doing it. But Austin, it's a real pleasure to have you here in Ramelton. Thanks very, very much for being a part of the Déjà Vu with the boys. Once again, let's give him a massive round of applause, folks. Mr. Ross McHale.
I'll see you maybe one day then.
Thank you.